Please say hello when you enter. I would love to know who's here. Hi, Mercedes. How are you? Hello. I'm just getting set up. And you're probably wondering what's going on with the title. Yeah, I want to rant today. I want to rant today because I had enough. I had enough of the spiritual community. I really have. But let me just get set up. Ask or say anything that you want, within the chat. I'll get to you. I just have to share this stuff so people at least know. So one moment. How's everyone doing? Oh, no, not like that. I didn't mean to put that like that. Seriously. And be honest, guys. Be honest about how you're feeling. You don't have to sugarcoat nothing here. Um, let's just be real, because that's the best thing. That is what's spiritual, okay? Being real, not this love and light BS, okay? So, if you want to really talk about how you're feeling, like I'm giving you the avenue to do so because I'll tell you, I wouldn't say I'm doing the best. And I feel like it's mainly what's happening in this world. It's very hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie. People, it could be where I'm at. Could be like, listen, I see videos of people walking down in Miami, down by the water downtown, and people are dancing, people are talking. I don't know, maybe it's just my area. I know that can be definitely like a thing. It can look and feel somewhere totally different somewhere else. And I experienced that when I went to Florida. I was like, what? $4? 4 avocados for $1? What? 4 avocados for $1. Do you know what they're charging in my grocery store for one avocado? $4.99. I don't eat avocados anymore. Let's just say that. I had to give up on it. I refuse. I think there's a lot of price gouging and taking advantage of. Oh my God, I'm so I don't even know what I'm doing here. Sorry, I'm just still trying to share so people can come in. I go to the grocery store, I go out in public, people can't even look me in the eyes. I don't even want to look people in the eyes because I'm sensing the depression. I don't sleep anymore either, to be honest. And I don't really want to eat. I really don't want to even eat. Okay, that's one thing done. Let me go over to Instagram now. I'm not sleeping well. I feel like our leaders or these people that are speaking on our behalf have completely lost their SHIT. I don't trust any of them. Just an FYI, if you want to know where I stand, I don't trust any of them. And why would I? I don't know them personally. Guys, you got to stop with this whole like taking sides and liking. You don't know these people. You don't. One second. Sorry, guys. What am I doing here? I need to create. How do I do a story here? Okay. I'm kind of glitching here. Okay, here we go. Create. Now, a lot of you may be wondering what happened because I, had a video that I released. I'm not going to lie, I got triggered. I got real triggered. While a lot of people understood, I was also getting a lot of weird comments and I got triggered. I can admit it. it's not so much that the comments were rude. It was what it just it felt like like the message went right over their hair, right over their head. And I got the impression that there were some people who felt like I was like ungrateful or something. And I was like, I don't know where you are. I don't know where you're living. I don't know one person who's not feeling what's happening right now. But the moment I tried to be a little vulnerable, which is very human. What is that right there on my camera? Okay. Anyways, the moment I tried to be a little vulnerable, I felt like it backfired. But I will say there were a lot of people who understood, but I still felt like it backfired. And this is what I hate, honestly, about the spiritual community. And I'm not saying you guys, okay? I'm just saying, sometimes you know, 5D is being real, and it's not going to always look like happy, positive stuff. I actually wanted to make that video because I felt like if I made the video, there would be people who watched it and could feel seen. Because I don't know, again, about where you live, but nobody's talking to each other where I am. Nobody wants to talk about anything. And I feel like this is why we're in the problems we're in. It's because nobody's talking to each other. Like they've done a real good job at separating us, haven't they? Because they know what happens when humans gather, right? They know. They know what happens. And so that's kind of what I wanted to do. But yeah, I'm not going to be reposting it. And I'm not even entirely sure if I may even make content like that anymore, because it does take a lot out for me, or out from an individual, to be that honest and vulnerable. But I'm not gonna deal with the comments that I was getting on that video. Absolutely not. So I actually literally don't even know what I want to do with this channel. Like, I know I'm gonna continue to do these lives because I like them, and I think you guys do too. But aside from that, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Now, there's a lot that I could do. I've actually been getting so many downloads from Spirit to start cooking. I love cooking. It's one of the things that it's just, how some people, they work out. I love to cook. It just somehow, it's very meditative for me. And guys, please make sure, if you can do anything for me, like the video. It helps push me out so that people can find me, okay? It's the freest thing you can do. But let me go to the chat. Sorry, let me go to the chat so I can see what you guys are writing. Sorry if I missed a lot of comments. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Hi, Mercedes. Hi, Move It. Hi, Joe Vitani. Rant, please. I'm over. I feel the same you do. That's why I'm on your live. Yeah, I don't know. Like, hard to maintain it in this fake world. I prefer isolation. Let me tell you, the moment I leave my house, you don't understand how, like, I want to get back. I just want to go back, and I actually want to build my life around my house. Like, I'm already working from home, but I would just, I would just love to just, have everything there. I don't have to leave, because I don't know. And, again, I'm going to repeat myself. I may sound very foreign right now. What I'm talking about may sound very foreign to a lot of you, because, you're not experiencing that in your area. Do you guys have this like weird feeling in the air? Like, but when I was in Florida, I didn't have it. It wasn't there. Like, I didn't feel it. So I don't know if I'm picking up on like the collective depression of my country or the people around me. Cause I'm going to be real honest. I don't live around the most highest vibrational people, but I think it's also the things I'm seeing too that I don't like. Like, I live in a small town outside of like a big city. Like, I'm in a small town. I, I don't understand the things I'm seeing. Like, why is there security in my grocery stores? And I understand people are stealing, but I don't know. It's just that's a first in a small town. Like, I don't know. And then like people are stealing people's gas. And then there's like break-ins, and I'm just like, what does one do? What does one do? Like, you can stay how high vibrational as you want to, but it's happening, right? So, and I think that's also what leads to the frustration, is that for the first time in probably a lot of yours lives, um, you can't think of a solution to any of this. I know back 10 years ago, if I didn't like the way something was, or um, I wanted to do something different in life, I could just go do it. It's different now. Um, no, don't do that. You validated me. I felt heard that someone felt the exact same. I did not disagree with anything you were saying, and I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying now. Yeah. I mean, I take part. I'll take some blame in it, you know, like, because I did get triggered. Now this is the interesting thing about getting triggered. Sometimes actually it has nothing to do with you. In some cases, yeah, you do need to go sit off to the side and think about it, because maybe there's something you need to look at within you. But for me, I sat with it and I was like, I don't think there's something I need to work on. I just felt like I was putting myself out there in a way, and I wanted, you know, others to feel, you know, validated somehow. And I just felt like the comments, even though they were not, you know, again, aggressively rude, they were passive aggressively rude. And I was like, a lot of people don't realize what YouTubers like, and I see it happening to so many people. There is a very big lack of respect for YouTubers. A lot of the time, I find people think we're just having fun. Oh, look, you're making money and you're just having fun. Are you kidding me? No, this is a lot of work. This is a lot of energy to create. I feel like, you know how easy it would be for me to go to a job, the same job I'm doing? Like, I'm not saying it's easy for a lot of people, but I'm saying it would be a lot easier to just do that repetitive work than to constantly come up with an idea, you know, or constantly figure out how you're going to, appeal to your crowd. You know what I mean? But this is why a lot of people give up. And you have to, as the viewer, be very careful. Like, I personally have never thumbs down a video. If I don't like what somebody's saying or I'm not resonating with it, I just exit. It's that easy. I don't understand the whole, like, the going the extra mile there. I mean, I can't even tell you some of the comments I've had. Sorry that you went through it. Maybe you can take in live rather than posting videos. People who are, yeah, I like doing the lives. I feel like the lives, there's conversation, but then I feel like, what about the video side of it? Because a lot of the times when people will come to your channel, they'll look at just the videos and they'll be like, oh, this girl hasn't posted in forever, I'm not going to follow, right? They forget to go over to the lives. And then I even had somebody recently be like, oh, you post lives? I didn't even know. I'm going to get caught up with it. And I was like, yeah, I do. I go live. But most of the time people don't scroll over to that section. So, I've been thinking, oh goodness, my hair. I'm looking at myself. What's going on with my hair? Anyways, I've been thinking like about a lot of different things, but it's so interesting with YouTube, with the niches, I don't want to go too far off. Cause then I don't know, people may be like, well, I didn't sign up for this, but yeah, I'm just really taking it day by day. So again, you'll have to set notifications if you like being here with me on the lives, because I mean, I literally just came back from the grocery store and said, I have a couple hours to kill. I might as well just go on a live. There's no planning when it comes to this. I am more organized and structured on the other channel. Um, but even with the lives over there too, it's very in the moment. I don't know how to like not live in the moment. See, that's one of the things I find, when you are like going through healing and you're awakening, you're no longer on a schedule. And that's another reason why I don't want to, be hustling and working and it's like I feel like I'm still at a 9 to 5. Um, because it's like honestly, I've been doing that since I was 14. Just working. I mean, like, and it's like, listen, when you're kind of in that survival mode or you feel like you're surviving, because I mean, let's be real. I mean, can a lot of you say that you can go and take 4 vacations a year or without putting it on your credit card, or like you can just go and be free if you want to go do something, you have to ask somebody or you have to consider the work, or like does anybody have like a year's worth of savings? I mean, it just literally there's you're not getting ahead, and you get to a point where you just want to kind of like get to know who you are. Like I have not gotten the time, even though yes, I am at home, I'm working from home. I was able to isolate, okay? Go through that isolation just a little bit, but I want a full on isolation. Like I need 2 years. I need to get to know who I am. I need to just sit like with myself and just be able to think and not feel like I have to go do something, or, if somebody needs me for a reading or something along those lines. And I want to get off the internet. I don't want to be this internet person anymore. I really don't. Um, I know it was a part of my calling and I understand, and that's great, but I'm just finding it's the same thing. Just like I was when I was at a 9 to 5, it's just the same thing. I haven't been able to go out into nature, and I used to like always be in nature for like 8 months. I got really busy, and I'm not complaining about being busy, but again, I'm going back to like what I said. I don't feel like I have like more freedom from even like hustling. So what are we doing this for? I guess is my question. Like what are we doing this for? Um and you're going to find like as you are awakening and you are healing, you're going to want to be free. You're not going to care. Like that's why I said in the video, if I have to pack up, sell everything I own and go live in a mobile home on a piece of land, I'm willing to do it. I don't want to like I don't want to have to constantly produce. Do you know what I mean? To like keep up this lifestyle. Things are ridiculously getting out of hand price wise. And I really worry about the future for a lot of people who are not preparing right now. Because while a lot of people who are, wanting to spread the love and light just think that everybody's going to be in the same boat, you're not. We're not all going to be in the same boat. We're not. Um, And I know I've talked about timelines. Okay. I know I've talked about timelines. Um, and that, we don't have to be on the same, timeline. We can have a higher timeline as we evolve. But I think that's getting harder to do. I see a ton of spiritual people who are like, they look sickly because they have to produce. All they want to do is go like be with their animals, go sit in nature. Just they don't even want much. But it's like they can't because of the price of stuff, like this whole program that's running. But anyways, let me get to some comments here. Why was your message restricted, Tina? I didn't touch nothing. So I don't know why it's saying it says retracted. Okay. I'm glad it says retracted and not restricted, because I don't want you to think I did something. Just share with us whatever feels right to you. Thank you. Oh, snap. It's already started. We got to get ready, and it's in your small town. Yeah. What does it say? It's so hard to sustain this matrix. It's so hard to sustain this matrix, and the people are making it even harder. I don't understand how people in my age are just scrolling all day, not even looking for love anymore. That's a big topic because I'm seeing it. And I'm looking at the Gen Z people like, we were so different than you guys. Like, I mean, they don't, and they'll be bold about it. I don't want kids. I mean, oh my God, you know how that breaks my heart? There's nothing like the love of a child, okay? Your own child. Now, you know, and I'm okay with, I don't have a problem when people don't want to have children, but it's the way they say it. It's like, I feel like it's a program that's been run on them. Like I can feel the program. And then they're not like interested in dating. But maybe they're not supposed to do that. I don't know. But even the way they don't really hang out with anybody too is interesting. Like there's a lot of like over the devices. Like I'll see them like studying on the phone. But like back in the day, we used to like be together studying, you know, like physically, right? But I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so in a state of I don't know. And again, it goes back to that solution thing because back in the day, I could find solutions. I don't know what the solution is for this. Do you guys remember that one guy a long time ago who had this viral reel or video on Instagram? It was going around. Maybe it was TikTok. I don't know. And he's like, we could all end this in like one day and make them listen to us, which, you know, they work for us, right? But nobody's willing to do it. And I think I understand why. I don't know if I talked about this in my last live, but I'm starting to believe and feel, truly feel like I think we have a lot more NPCs here than I originally suspected. I thought it was maybe 5-10%, but do you guys notice as things are progressively, I don't want to say getting worse, but where you would have a call to action, you know? Like, I don't know how we're not all out with pitchforks after those files. I don't know. Did you see the guy in the airport yelling? Remember, did you see the guy in the airport yelling? And he's like, the files have been released and y'all are acting normal. You're all acting normal. Did you see the people who were screaming, saying, call security? Call security? He's the normal one. I mean, like, I don't know. People were laughing. They thought it was funny. But yeah, I'm starting to suspect that there's I think it's half of the human population, like half, 50%. Don't worry, none of you are, because you wouldn't be here. You would be agitated by what I'm talking about if you were actually a non-player character. You wouldn't be resonating with anything I'm saying. Not only that, you'd probably start name calling, probably saying I'm ungrateful. Who the hell knows? But none of yous are one. But I don't know about you. Do you agree? I'm starting to feel like it's half the population. No, it's me. I removed it. Okay, cool. I said I missed the beginning of the video. If you don't mind me asking, what state are you from? I'm not in a state. I wish I was in a state. Okay? I'm in Canada. You don't understand, guys. Like, you know, a lot of Americans have never been here. You don't understand how good you have it. I'm not saying every state, not every state, because I'm pretty sure if I go to New York, it's going to be probably like Toronto 2.0. But you don't know how good you have it, like as far as opportunities. You don't understand, like your schools, where the F are you getting the funding for your schools when we pay more taxes? Here the rant goes. See, I didn't want to do this. Here's the rant gonna start. Where the F are you getting your funding from? It's either that or, you know, when you actually pay your taxes, they actually put it into your schools. You don't understand. Our kids out here are sitting in schools with like no heat. Like we're in a first world country. Hello. No buses to drive them to basketball games. There's no money for nothing. When I look at these schools in the States, I I'm just like, I don't get it. Even when I go to the grocery stores over there, I'm like, how? You guys have a lot of independent grocery stores. You're very lucky. We don't have that over here. We have the chains, okay? So at least you have these, independent grocery stores where they have the option to offer you like cheaper prices. Like again, I went to, I'll give you that'd be cool if some of you even know what I'm talking about. But do you guys know, I went to West Palm Beach and I went to this place called the Produce Spot. 4 avocados for $1. I was like, where's the manager? I need to talk to somebody. I want to know how they can afford to do this. What is it? What's going on here? I bought like a week's worth of groceries for like $130 American, which would only be like maybe 160. That's not possible here. Like here, even if you have a family of 4 to 5, you're spending like $700 a week in groceries. But where is the funding coming from? Because again, we pay more. Do you know that if I lived in Florida, between me and my partner, I would have 40,000 Canadian dollars more a year in my pocket? See, these are the things that people don't know. And that's why maybe my video, when I released it, it came off as something because people are just maybe judging me and thinking I'm some princess. I don't know. But you see what happens when people don't talk to each other? We don't know. I wouldn't know if I didn't go over there, okay? That this is how people are living. I mean, like, there's so much I can talk about. I just can't even think about it right now, like, of the things I saw over there. I got so much. Oh, by the way, at that grocery store, every time you shop, you get 2 bags of potatoes for free. 2 bags of potatoes for free. The grocery store is already well discounted, okay? Like ridiculously discounted. And they're giving me, no, it was called, no, I didn't go to those places. I only went to like a Sprouts because they're chicken. That's the other thing. 2 whole chickens. Oh my goodness. Okay. $9 each for 2 whole chickens. And then when you buy 2 chickens, you get an additional $5 off. We were like scratching our head. We were like completely like I didn't know what to do. I felt so wrong coming back from that vacation. I was like, people need to know. People need to know. And I'll tell you another thing I didn't see in Florida. I didn't see a lot of those streaks in the sky, okay? You don't have them as much as over here. And it's crazy because like when I'm here in my own, area, it's like there's hundreds of them and I'm like the only one looking up. Like, you know how weird that is to like be seeing that? And it's like you're trying to look to see, come on, somebody, come on. And nobody's seen it. You know what I realized? People don't look up. People don't look up. You got to book a reading with me. You're funny. No, it's more than half. Yeah. You know what? I believe it. I believe it. But we have, I feel like, a really big problem in this country. People just want to be like the pleasantries, like the pleasantries. And this, I feel like, is also the spiritual community. 5D is being real. I'm not saying you can't experience a better timeline. In some ways, I'm experiencing a better timeline, okay, than others right now. I know I've talked about that before, but you know that saying, you get what you deserve? The lack of speaking up and speaking out, it's like, I don't think people understand where we're going, where we're headed. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you another thing right now in these times. If you don't have your like senses about you, like you're not like, you've done, you have awareness, you're not going to get the downloads. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I was shown, okay? I get a lot in dream state. I was shown, I know this may sound crazy, whatever. I mean, we're on this kind of channel. You probably heard it all. I literally saw God, not saw him, but I saw like I knew it was him. And he was going over the whole world with his voice. And I knew he was doing that while people were sleeping. And he was saying, buy 2 to 3 acres of land. Buy 2 to 3 acres of land. I literally saw him doing that. And I knew that there was something to this, because think about it. You have a movement of that, right? There are a lot of people doing that right now. They're feeling this like there's this intuition, just get rid of everything and minimalize, right? But that's when I knew he was talking to other people and not just me. And I don't think everybody can hear it. Okay, obviously I feel like if you're an NPC, you may not. But even if you're not an NPC, if you're not working on yourself actively and you're not clearing out that channel, whether it be like healing or wounds or whatever, you're not gonna get it. Not only that, if you don't trust yourself, you're not gonna believe yourself of what you're getting, and you won't follow through. Now is a ripe time where people are gonna be getting a ton of hits. And even you may be wondering, why am I getting so much hits? Please pay attention. I know a lot of the things sound crazy. A lot of the things that you're getting are sounding crazy. But what people don't realize and talk about is that it's one thing to get a hit, but if you don't trust yourself or even trust what you're getting, because there is the second part, right? You can't just get the hit. You have to follow through on the hit, right? The download. But I don't want to say he, I don't really like to say he, she. God right now is like, just, he's very, okay, I'm just going to use he for the sake of it. He's very much around, okay? Trying to get like, and again, I'm going to use a word I don't want to use, but they're telling me to use it, the chosen ones. He's talking to the chosen ones and he's trying to prepare you. But he can't help you unless you follow through. Now, you do, again, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You do what you feel God to do at the end of the day. But there are a lot of people getting these, it's even like that monk guy, that Asian monk guy, what he said. I actually shared something like that on my, I'm going to play it. What the hell? I've never done anything like this. Let me play it. You remember, okay, I have this on my Instagram. Listen to this. Listen to this, guys. I gotta play it loud.
There will come the time, and it's not going to take long, where a natural separation is going to take place. A natural separation. The ones that are able to read the signs, that are able to go with what is happening, to adapt to the changes this world is bringing to us, they will move on to another world. Mm-hmm. They will move on to another area, to another cycle of us humans being right now here on the earth. And other people that are unwilling, unable, maybe incapable of adapting to the coming changes. It is simple like this. They will stay with the old world, which is about to end.
That's the message.
That's the message.
Did you guys hear that well? Yeah. Okay. Oops. Hold on. Let me get caught up with the chat. What's going on here? Yeah, I think you're right, Jovatani. Is it Jovita? Hi from UK. I am from Europe. I heard it's not so great over there right now either, Hi, Chitra. Hey, Jalen. Did you go to Aldi's? Oh, I think I talked about, Sprouts and that. Canada sounds like a different world, didn't you? I will answer your question, Javita. I do what I'm guided to do. Whenever I'm guided to do something and the time is right, I will act accordingly. I'm like this on anything. And I'm so intuition based now. You won't really find me making a logical decision unless it's, and when I say logical with my mind, unless it's about money. Other than that, I'm really intuition based. So if I don't feel like, doing something, like maybe working or putting a video, I just don't care. I don't care who leaves. I don't care who unsubscribes. I don't care anymore. But I'm also very numb at this point. I'm completely checked out. And I feel like it's the only way to be. How do you get through these times if you're not checked out to some degree? And when I say checked out, yeah, I guess I want to say numb. If I feel like if you're in a state of worry and panic and all these things, it's going to be so much harder. I do look at acres of land for sale all day. I got rid of all my stuff for I've been living. See, you got the message. You were probably one of the ones. When God was saying that thing, you were sleeping and getting it, because I saw him going all over the globe. And again, I didn't see him, like his physicality. I knew it was him. And I heard his voice going over the whole world, talking to certain people. And I'll never get over it. Buy 2 to 3 acres of land. I'll never get over that when I saw that. You said in one of your videos that you have too many people focused on politics. Here in Romania, it's like everybody program on this topic. No idea. You know what I was shown about this recently, also in dream state, is that, and I don't know if I'm going to explain this properly, but I want to share it because why the hell would I not? Okay, if I'm going to get something, I'm going to share it because sharing is caring. Anyways, I was told that, it's good for you to have an awareness of what's happening in the world, like what your world is, but leave it there. Leave it there. And listen, I'll be very honest with you guys. In 2020, 2021, and 2022, I was caught up in that stuff. Okay, I was taking sides. I was all up in it. I was doing videos, readings about it, blah, wasting so much time. But I was shown recently that that's actually a program being run on people. The whole conspiracy theorist thing? When people get fanatic about it and like they get crazy and they're losing people in their life, or there's like dangerous things happening to them because they're speaking on things and it's the way they're doing it. I was shown that was a damn program and I could not believe it. I was like, really? Man, whoever's running these programs, they have their hand in everything. So again, I'm not opposed. I agree that everybody should have an awareness of what their world really is. And I'm talking about the circus, okay? This dog and pony show, okay? But leave it there. Don't take sides. Like, these people don't care nothing about you. They just don't. You don't know any of these people personally. I just feel like it is a distraction in itself. To whether it's to put you in fear, whether it's to put you in chaos or distract you from your journey. The other thing that I always talk about, because I used to know somebody who used to constantly say, we need more people to wake up. We need more. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. You don't need anybody else to wake up. Okay? The timelines are very real. And like I said, work on yourself, because then you're going to get the download of what to do and where to be. Okay, so you're not getting like trampled by it. Or you'll have a lot better of a timeline than the next person through it. But think about what a lot of these people always say in these kind of like groups. They're doing all this stuff so more people can wake up. They were never supposed to wake up. Like, if nobody's waking up, if nobody's awake by now, I mean, they're never going to be awake. So like, just stop. Okay. Stop with this. Like making excuses for this circus. Okay. That's kind of where I stand. I'm an atheist on politics. I don't care. And I'm not on anyone's side, and I don't care. I don't care about any of it. It took a lot of my life. Okay. It took 3 years of my life. I spent 3 years of my life focused on that bull SHIT. And while many people enjoyed my readings on it, and kind of still to this day ask me to sorry, no. I got a very clear message in 2023, okay? Was a personal message for me. And I don't know who told it to me. It could have been my higher self. It could have been God. Who the hell cares? But all I know, it was from a proper source, okay? They said, you have to start getting your audience ready. Stop focusing on this shit. You need to get your audience, okay? This platform you have, these people that are around, you need to start getting them prepared. They need to start getting prepared on themselves, and you need to start doing like whatever it is that you're doing and tailoring it to that. And that's when I stopped in 2023. I started to phase it out, and I said, we're gonna start focusing on your guys' growth. This is what this channel was about too. I also didn't want to do this channel. There's nothing I do in life that they don't guide me to do. Even with those other channels, if you're wondering too, why are you making channels in other languages? I listen, I didn't want to do it either. Okay. They're like, people need the message. Okay. They may not know English. Okay. They may not understand. So you need to start. I have this program called Hey Jen, and translate your voice so that other people can get the message who, again, don't understand English. So that's what I'm doing. It's like that, being used as a vessel. It's like, F this, I want out. I want out. I just literally, guys, like you have no idea. I just want to sit by a pond. Like I'm good. I'm so low key, I'm so basic, guys. Like just give me a coffee in the morning. I can sit by a pond for 5 hours. I can live in my head. I literally don't need anything. I don't need much. I don't need vacations. I don't need any, I don't need fancy food. I actually don't even want to eat that much anymore. The love of food is just, I don't know, not the same. And I used to be a foodie, okay? I used to be a real foodie. I'm glad people enjoy my cooking, but I don't even eat my own cooking. But people love my cooking. That's one thing I get a lot of joy out of, But yeah, I don't need much. I'm good, I'm good with nothing. I just don't want to have this force like I have to produce. Like I just want to play. I want to wander. I want to get to know myself. What I would love to do is help people. I would love to help people. But for some reason, they have me stuck on the internet. That's kind of what I was talking about before when I said, I want off the internet. I want more of an in-person role. And I can't wait to help people. I really can't. But I don't want to be on the internet anymore. But it's just not my time yet. So just take that also too. If you're kind of feeling that way about your life in whatever way that looks like, maybe you don't want to go to your job anymore. Maybe you don't want to, I don't know. But sometimes it does take time for the pieces to kind of be put together, in the background. Sometimes you don't know, we are on earth. And that's the other thing too, is that, what I find, why a lot of spiritual people kind of a lot of the time suffer with time frames is because we actually are very heightened. We're heightened, higher frequency, higher dimensional people, energies, not people, energies. We're used to places where, we would think about something and we would just have it, That's why this place can feel very boring. It can feel very boring. And I've given you guys a lot of things, what I would find entertainment. I don't know if I should repeat it because I know maybe some people weren't here. Should I repeat it? I'm just so over the dinner and movie. And that's the other thing too. Do you find a lot of you guys are getting very sensitive to what you eat? Where you need to know where it's from. You need to know, I need to know who's in the back making the food. I need to look at them. I need to look at them in their eyes. This is stuff that sounds so far out, but when you think about it, it's very real. It's just, we're not taught it, nobody focuses on it. It's not in it's not in a textbook somewhere, but the people who are making your food, how important that is? you don't even realize sometimes, why out of nowhere you just start to feel a certain way. Um, but then, if you were able to, you could connect it back to the person who made your food, at that restaurant you went to. I don't know. I don't want to eat anything unless I know where it comes from. Without saying too much, you guys are aware, right? You guys are aware, right? Like of the like ground beef, right? You guys are aware of that. I don't want to really say too much. It's disgusting. It's criminal. But yeah, I'm going to a farm now. I don't really eat a lot of ground beef, but if I do, I'm going to like a local farm where, it's like they're right there, like the animals are there, the shop is there. Um, but yeah, so my idea of entertainment would be like a past life pavilion, where we could go in, we could buy a ticket, and we could have access to like one of our past lives. Not just for fun, but maybe, you would be shown that past life where you could see something maybe that would trigger you into like a healing in this life, like because you realize it came from a past life. Or maybe there would be like a beautiful moment you could see, like you could just be like, I want to see, my husband, like what were we to each other in a past life. Um, and maybe it would be like for like 20 minutes, half an hour, but like you could just keep going, it'd be fun. Um, and then the other one that I always say that would be real cool would be to time travel, but you would be invisible. That way you don't affect the timeline, right? Um, where are we now? People are very angry, triggered, agitated, and demanding attention just for being in my own energy and minding my own business. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Um, I have a lot of that happening when I go to the grocery store. But even, do you find people are becoming more aggressive too on the road? What's that about? Um, where are you going in a hurry? Not only that, gas is so expensive now. Like, where are you going at 5 o'clock in the morning? I don't understand. I think Gen Z has a point about it. I'm not obsessed about bringing an innocent soul into this world. I know. I know. I bet you a lot of people are feeling like that, like back 20 years ago or 10 years ago, when they had their children. They're like, oh my God, I had no idea that this was going to be going on. Um, but there's something about the way they say it. It's almost like they've been programmed through their like TikTok. Um, but they say things I've never heard before, like not even in my generation or even in the like I want to be alone. They're like, I want to be alone. I want to live in a shed somewhere or like something like with a dog off in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, wow. Wow. That's interesting. And it's not even like I'm judging them. I find it interesting because my generation, all we wanted to do was socialize, but I guess, do you guys feel like these phones ruined everything? I don't know. I love technology, so I'm on the fence about it. I'm on the fence. Um, and I'm excited for the technology that's coming. How much longer? How much longer? Do you guys understand when it comes to technology? We are in the Stone Ages. We are in the Stone Ages. Why are people still wearing glasses? Seriously? Why can't you just go somewhere and they have a machine that can just scan you? Why is it such an issue to find out what the hell's going on with you? Like everybody's new like physician is ChatGPT or something. I don't know. Or Google. Hi, Coco Lane. I agree. Politics is such a clown show. Hey, for Toronto. I don't feel like going to parties. Yeah, F that. F that. I mean, seriously, I haven't taken I haven't taken a sip of alcohol since 2019, and I probably never will. That's just me personally. I'm not saying, You know, you're bad if you are. I'm just saying, I'm just, I don't know. Um, mm, you're getting bored of the Matrix, and yes, same thing happening about food. I eat plain, no sugar, no sauces, 5 ingredients or less. That's amazing. You know, I actually feel like this whole like you need to eat this certain way and this many calories is also another program running. Why are we eating so much? Who said we need 3 meals a day? I don't understand. Who said that? Who told us that? Um, if you can survive without food for 3 weeks, then why are we eating 3,000 calories in a day? I mean, I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm just wondering. Like, if we can survive for 3 weeks without food, why? I don't know. Um, I just want access to clean water, you know? Um, do you think they feel like us in the Maldives? Do you think they feel like us over there? Or do you think it's like just paradise in the Maldives or like Bora Bora? You think they live good over there? I don't know. Um, yes, I don't eat out either. People's vibe is just weird. Guys, oh God, I haven't eaten like McDonald's since 2009. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm actually shocked. And again, I'm not talking to you if you want to eat it. I'm just saying, I would think, like, I would hope that the drive-thru would be less busier. I mean, it looks the same since 1997, like as busy. And then the prices of this, like, who wants to, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just my country. I don't know. If a family of 5 were to eat at like McDonald's or Wendy's or these places, it would be like, oh, close to $100. Why don't you just go sit down in a restaurant? I don't understand. Me too. I better spend more money on real organic food then. Yeah, I am Gen Z and I think it's true. I feel like the same. Chitra, what advice would you give to somebody who holds back when it comes to expressing a more unconventional or potential controversial opinion or belief? I love this. Ask me questions, guys. That's what I'm here for. I don't want to just ramble, even though I know it's soothing. um, okay, when you speak about someone holding back and expressing a more unconventional, what are these situations? What are the exact situations? Because I actually don't express myself anymore. Like my opinions, because I just like I don't care. But I need to know like the context of what you're talking about. Is like someone coming at you, or you just trying to bring it up on your own? Like more context about that. Like I personally don't tell anybody about really other than here. I don't really in my actual physical life go out of my way to tell anybody about the way I think or what I think because I feel like it's none of their business. Um, I actually more wait for openings. I feel like if that's meant to be expressed, I'll get an opening. What do I mean by that? Someone will just kind of randomly pop up in my life and they'll kind of say something. Not like it's that they're expressing themselves, but it will kind of show me they're kind of open. And then I may kind of like drop a seed, like plant a seed here, you know, like there with them. Um, but I don't know, like I don't know if I just don't care anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know, I remember back in the day trying to like talk to people, like especially when they were doing the masking and stuff and it's just I don't know. I tried to kind of say something like a plant a seed and it just wasn't really reciprocated. It was more like I think they had no idea what I was talking about. So I was just like, huh, all right. But I feel like if I'm meant to kind of connect with somebody, the universe will bring it into my life, you know? But you're gonna find that's gonna be very rare. That's gonna be very rare for someone to come in. You have to start really being okay with a quiet timeline. I'm good with it. I'm so good with the quiet timeline. I get so caught up in my own company. I literally, it's sometimes I feel like I have to force myself to respond to people, like get back to people because I'm so in the moment. It is like I've never felt that way. But that's the other thing I wanted to say is that whatever I'm feeling like now, however I'm feeling like now about life and even the way I'm operating, I've never operated like this before. This is new for me. That's why I talk about it so much. And this is why I even made that video before that I removed. But I've never, this is totally new. A lot of you could probably resonate with the fact that, probably, you know, at one point in time, you were a lot more present. I'm totally checked out. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I really don't. I don't know. I feel like it's good sometimes, but then I feel like at other times it's not. So I don't know. Humans sit in Stone Age technology. OMG. OMG. If you had any idea what was being kept from you, and it's crazy too, because I really do believe that it was given to us by the ETs. It was for us. So it's like, who the F do you think you are? Like, keeping this from us? Like, who made you that decision maker? That's a nice idea. You guys, thank you so much. I thought I was very callous to say this thing is so boring. You know why you felt that way is because the popular opinion is to like just rip people apart when they want to just express themselves. That's why you were probably hiding out and feeling like you couldn't say nothing. Do you think we're going to be okay? That's a really good question. I don't think everybody is going to be. And when I say everybody, I'm not talking to this live chat here. I'm just saying in general. You know, life is a series of choices, right? If you even look at particular people right now who are not doing too well, let's just take financially, just look at what they were doing 2-3 years ago, but they were not able to read the signs. And that's what that guy was talking about in the video. Like in 2020, I knew what was coming in 2021 and 2022. So I took initiative to make sure a lot of things were paid off and stuff. But, you know, this is where I go back to, you know, everybody will be where they need to be, learning the lessons that they need to. And sometimes that more positive timeline that may, you know, be the one that you're on may not be the one that is going to be able to teach them what they need to learn. So it's sad, but you have to kind of have an understanding at the same time. And this is where it can get to you, you know, and that's why I'm talking to you about how I feel, because, you know, if you have a good heart, you just want to save everybody. You want them to know, you want to tell them, but then you understand that you can't because it's a self journey and you can't wake people up. It's the soul's choice. So it's a really, really tough place to be. It's really tough, you know? Chicha, can you explain what's happening with dreams more lately? I'm getting, dreams by myself where I'm just up and somewhere else personally. The present me. Dream state is going to be very heightened right now. Very heightened. The veil is getting extremely thin. A lot of you are going to start having a lot more paranormal experiences. They will be at first very jarring, but you'll get used to it, and then they will become exciting, and then you'll start living for them. Seriously. You'll just start living for them. They amplify, actually. They get stronger. They get more reoccurrent. But get a dream journal. Get a dream journal. Write it down. But there's going to be a lot more of that right now. Don't you feel everything like rice paper thin right now? I don't know, I do. What are your thoughts on what happened in the Miami Mall? I have no idea what happened in the Miami Mall. I'm a free thinker and I challenge the matrix of the mainstream programming. Do you find that some of us, even though we went through the school system, it didn't work on us? I feel like when I look at Gen Z, the way they came for Gen Z was way stronger. I actually, like, you gotta, like, if you know anybody in your family, please talk to these kids, because the way they came for Gen Z was like, because they knew what was coming. And they know that the Gen Zs, the Gen Alphas, they know they're here to dismantle this place. Maybe not Gen Z, but Gen Alphas, they don't give a F-U-C-K about a teacher, and they can see right through you. And those teachers are picking up on that, and they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't give a SHIT about you being an authority, but the way they are coming for this generation is, I never seen anything like it. But for me, I was in the school system, but it didn't happen for me. It didn't happen to me. It didn't work on me. It did not work on me. I always was like, yeah, I have to keep myself like grounded, because if I think about it, like what has happened to humans here, and I understand that we've allowed it, okay? Like I don't want to do the victim thing, but when I think about it, if I think about it too much, I can literally start to want to cry. What are your thoughts on what happened? Okay, sorry. Why do I feel sometimes that I'm attracting people who reflect an older version of myself? Like, what do you mean by that? Like unhealed, or like, just what do you mean by that? When I see hive mentality, I just feel a need to call it out, but it may be controversial to some who are more sensitive and programmed. I don't even know how to approach that, because I just feel like, I was there one time too, but I just had to work on that need part to do it. Because, honestly, it's a waste of time. You understand that you're going to find your people, right? You will find your people, and you will be kept away from people who are not your people. Don't force things, guys. When you're getting that intuition to just not write back or pick up the phone, just don't do it. I know you're probably going to go through like, oh, that's so mean. Like I told you guys, I was shown one time how many people are in New Earth right now. We've got like 8 billion people here. I was shown it's in the 100,000s. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. And then you wonder why you can't find nobody? I mean, come on. Past life memories and people are popping in right now like never before. You know why? It's probably what you need in order to work on something. I've come to the realization, if I see myself in a dream in a different time period, it's probably that. It's probably some trace of something. I told you guys, right, about when I came back from my hypnosis. I had actually a dream about that life, one of those lives, and I actually woke up and I heard, like, I had met somebody named Billy the Kid. I couldn't stop saying the name. I was like, who is this? So I put it into Google. I was like, what is this? Like, is this like a reference to something? And I'm like, are you kidding me? This guy was actually a real person. Why do you think people go to hypnosis to get healed? So I'm not surprised that your past life memories are coming back, because I went for past life regression and I got healed. I had to see my father and I in a different role and what was really the foundation, and I released it. And if I ever go back and see her, I'm going to ask her, do your clients report that when they get back, it's like nothing? There's like nothing. So I had to heal like a father wound, but it's like it never happened. That's how much it got healed. I was like, this is wild. Like, I don't even have nothing. There's nothing there. It's like wild. I remember my past life in Atlantis, and I know that technologies were off the charts. Jesus, yeah. Hi. Gen Z are free thinkers. I love them. They will destroy this corporate mess, even though I'm a millennial. Yeah. Thank you to everybody who's liking the video. It really does help me get pushed out there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what's to come. I don't know what's to come. I'm seeing just a lot of things that are hard to see, like people losing their houses. There's more stealing because people can't afford food. I also don't like the hate that I'm seeing either. There's a lot of hate. And it's crazy because it's like these people are so angry and they have nowhere to put it, so they just project it out to others. It's just wild. It's just wild. Some of the most ignorant stuff. Like, I'll give you an example. You know what really, like, I don't even have the words as kind of how far I was so irritated by what I saw. I don't know if any of you pay attention to anything or if this was shown in your country, but did you happen to see, like, there was a Maple Leafs game and all the Canadians started booing when the American anthem came on? And I was like, are you people sick? And how dare you represent like that? Now people are going to watch that and think every Canadian feels like that. And I'm just like, how did you allow them to just program you to hate a whole other country just because he started talking about 51st state? But I was so appalled by the disrespect when I seen that and how it looked. I mean, I would love to give Canadians a good education here. Like, do you know that Americans don't even think of us? They don't even, we're just like, honestly, to them, we're like a place in Antarctica, okay? The way you focus on them is insane. And I did some research when I was in the States. I made it a point 1 hour before I went to bed every night. I watched mainstream media. There was not one talk. They were not talking. There was no like agenda like on there to like try to, what do you call it, propaganda, to like make them hate us. I don't know. I just, like, what are you thinking? And I get it. You're probably gonna just say they're probably NPCs. Yeah, I get it. Okay, whatever. That is so disrespectful. Everybody who was doing that should have been kicked out. Not unhealed, I mean, who seem to be in stage I've already outgrown. You know why they're being sent to you? Because you're supposed to help them. Don't feel obligated to help them, though, because you could get real taken down in that process. Like, I have my thoughts and opinions on the whole light worker, because if you're getting taken down in it and drained because you're helping, like, no, you got to think of yourself, okay? But that is going to be a common thing. there's so much things happening subconsciously. People are not aware of it. It's like they could have just felt like your essence was a lot more, just it was something they were attracted to. It's almost like, oh, I think this person has the secret. Let me go over there and find out. Maybe they can make my life better, but they don't know it consciously. But you are going to be sent people. You are going to be sent people to help. But that can be very irritating. Like I said, um, when the time is right, I'm out of here. I'm so out of here. But maybe they may not let me do that. Who the hell knows? When you are dreaming and you know that you are in a dream and the person in the dream are looking at you and knows that pushing you out of the dream. I don't know. Is that a question? We love to be here with you. Oh, thank you. Yes, just nasty behavior, no self-awareness. I started to have ideas of reference when I was like 5. Yeah, it's wild. Me too. That's the earliest age, 4, 5, where I knew something was different. I felt like really old in the sense of like, I felt like like if an adult wanted to come talk to me about what they should do, like if they wanted to present something to me and say, what should I do? I felt like I could tell them at 4 and 5. I used to watch adults in my family and I would just be like, what a circus show. Like, this is such a circus. Like, you guys are supposed to be adults. Like, I don't know. It looked like a circus show. Like, why are they behaving like this? And then I would have dreams. I never really thought much about it when I was younger. Like, I would predict pregnancies when someone would pass. It's interesting though. It went away for a bit when I was a teenager. Do you know that that's actually a thing? They say a lot of your abilities will kind of leave you alone when you're a teenager because that's when you're like trying to find out who you are or figure out who you are. And then it came back real strong around 20. And then just started getting progressively stronger. What I would say really opened up the floodgates is when I got on here and then people started asking me for private readings. That's when it really just like the floodgates. But yeah, I don't know that I want to use it like in the way that I'm using it anymore though, And I know people are feeling like they're getting help from my work or, but what about me? You may find this, as a light worker, you'll be constantly asking like, what about me though? Am I just supposed to like constantly put out, give out? What about what I want to do, But I get it. I'm going to be patient. I'll be patient. But I would like to do something different. I get very bored easily too. But I want real change. Like, I want to take a bunch of seniors off the streets. Like, not off the streets, but like there's this story that has recently come out where you got these 90-year-olds, 89-year-olds, and they have this like area where they pay no money hardly. It's like maybe $400 a month to live. And some big corporate person wants to just smash it, get rid of it, the area, so they can build like high-rise condo, which is affordable living. But the people are like, it's already affordable living. Why do you want to make affordable living? But I would like to like just, have that kind of money to just like build a facility for them where they could just live out the rest of the years. They don't have to pay anything. They can get meals. I'll have like a cook in there. And then they can have their own like rooms and they can all like, have an activity person and they can go in and out. Like, we're not doing that. We're not doing like, restrictions on wanting to go outside. Hell no. And now I'm not talking about people who have like, obviously like, let's say they have dementia, that's different. But what I mean is like, I would just like to be like, here, don't worry about it. Just like live the rest of your life, enjoy yourself. It's fine. It's okay. You don't have to be scared about, because can you imagine being 90 and you have to think about like survival at 90? OMG. So yeah, That's the kind of stuff I want to do. Not this anymore. Like, and again, I understand, like I don't want to be ungrateful and I'm helping, I understand, but I want more like boots on the ground. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. It's so funny. You also think about this with the elderly. Yeah. There's a lot of ideas I have. I just don't want to talk about all of them. They're like my ideas, but that's just one of them. I just thought about it, like recently when I seen that story. I would love to just approach them and just be like, here, just come over here. It's fine. And your family can visit whenever they want. Like there's no restrictions on that either. Um, oh, thanks. Imagine your whole life you work just to end up caged up. Yeah. Yeah. It's you understand that whatever's also happening right now is so needed, right? Even though like it's uncomfortable and we hate it and it's hard to watch, it's necessary, right? Because think about when anything is ending before you start something new. Has to be demolished, right? Has to be demolished, right? Um, I just hope that, when people talk about this, the thing in here or here, I'm hopeful for that. I'm hoping that there's enough awake people that we're not going to go down that road. I don't think that's set in stone. If any of you were wondering if that was set in stone, I mean, it's just my opinion. I don't think it's set in stone. I don't think anything is set in stone. And I'm going to also say another thing. Don't think too far ahead. Think about today, tomorrow, and that's it. Um, that also is a waste of time. Yeah, exactly. But I feel like they don't understand, even though it may be light work, it's frustrating. Who may not understand? Who doesn't understand? Those people that you're trying to help, yeah, you will get that. And then you act accordingly. Okay? I've encountered some people in my life where they started to get too needy. They were calling too much, complaining too much to me. Um, while I understand people's lives, I just like, come on, like, you have to know everybody's dealing with something right now. But it was almost like I felt like if I continued, I was enabling them. So I had to, act accordingly. Just always maintain distance, unless you really hit it off with somebody. And that's why I actually feel like, we're not really close by with our soul tribe, because we probably still have a lot more work to do. And if your soul tribe was next door, you'd probably be together every day. You would. I've got soul tribe members right now that they're obviously in other countries, but I know if we were next door neighbors, we'd be together all the time. And then, it's the day is so precious. The day is so precious, right? But I feel like they don't. Oh, sorry. I thought someone wrote something. So never put yourself on the line. Okay. You can plant a seed, but if you start to feel in any way like you're being taken advantage of, or it's not reciprocal, or you feel like, okay, wow, when I'm around this person, I'm feeling drained, you got to protect yourself first. Okay. Always. I know we're not taught that. I know we're not taught that. There's gonna have to be a lot of unlearning everything you're gonna, and that's why the way I operate now is so foreign to me, because I actually think this is our natural state, to be like a piece of dust. But like we weren't taught that. We were taught to like worry and wonder and overthink and blah blah. So when I'm like this, I'm like, this is so weird. But I actually really do feel like this is our natural state. I don't worry about anything. I don't care about anything. I do get frustrated, but not to the extent where it takes me out for like an hour or a day. No, not, I wouldn't say that. Do random people act weird around you? Um, I have to be honest, I don't leave my house a lot. I literally only do that maybe like if I'm going like to a movie, which is very rare, but you know, I'll go to the grocery store once a week. Um, it used to be like that, but not so much anymore. But it used to be like that. Um, maybe that also comes in time, okay? Where people, you know, you start to kind of end up only being around people who can kind of tolerate your frequency. Most of the time when people are acting weird, it's just that they can't tolerate your frequency. Um, you have to understand, just as you're annoyed by the 3D, you know, the people who are heavy in 3D, that 3D person's going to be also not able to handle you. They're not going to want to be around you either. It's going to be uncomfortable. And that's why the timelines, okay, the splits, they have to happen, because it's just, I mean, I don't know about you guys. I can't be around anybody. I mean, I can be around somebody who's in 3D, like if I'm going to a grocery store, which is like a quick errand, but to be in my life, like we're on the phone or we're like eating out dinner together, no, it's not going to happen. So just know it's a process. But you know, that is a very real thing. And it did happen to me. I would have a lot of people acting, um, very weird. Um, I'll never forget the time, this one time at the grocery store. I picked up something and like it was in the bakery aisle, it was on the floor. It wasn't even mine, but I was just like, I didn't want to leave it there. I was like, oh, you know, like I picked it up with a napkin. It was like a donut that someone left there that fell. And I just went to the person behind the thing, and I was like, excuse me, where can I throw this out? This was her exact reaction. In the garbage, duh. Duh, put it in the garbage. Oh my God. I didn't react. I was just like, she must be having a bad day. But I was just laughing in my head. There was no garbage around. I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, a lot of the times just don't react. Like that's a waste of my time. You know, that would be a waste of my time. Yes, there are some moments where I feel like you do need to speak up and say something, but it's usually like 1% of the time. A lot of, you know, as you grow, you're not going to want the headache. You're not going to want the frustration. You're just going to want peace, and you're going to have almost this awareness like there's a reason why they're acting like that, and it has nothing to do with you. So yeah, I don't know, but that doesn't happen to me too much anymore. I will say I've always had a strong frequency. So usually if I'm around women, for example, those types that are, you know, those types that come into the room and they need everyone to know they're there and they're flamboyant and stuff. Um, if I'm kind of more like observant in the room, or I'm kind of like just, you know, sitting there, um, they will get triggered by me because I'm not really jumping to kind of find out who they are. I actually stay very far away from those types of women because I just, it's an insecure. I can see the insecurity. It's an insecurity. And I will be honest with you, I was once there. I was once there at one time, like 10 years ago. But I don't typically want to be around other women if they have heavy, like they're exuding heavy insecurities. Now, there are people who have insecurities, but they tend to be a little bit more humble about it. Those types I stay clear from. I just know it's going to be problems. But sometimes when I'm just in a room and I'm just kind of like standing there, whatever, and just looking around, whatever, people can feel it. I can sense it. There's also a lot of, you may find this also happens too. Do you ever get people with the blank stare? Um, that's interesting when that happens. That happened to me recently. There was a young man. Um, he was checking me out at the grocery store, and he was just kind of like looking like this, and then he would look at me and he's like, and I'm like, oh, he's attracted to my frequency, but he doesn't know why. So mostly, usually, you know, a male, if they're looking at a female and they're attracted, they're usually gonna be like, okay, I find her attractive. I don't think it's not like I want to say he wouldn't find me attractive, but I know it was not like in that way, because when it's blank, they're usually picking up on the frequency, but they just don't know what's happening. But it could have been foreign for him, because maybe he would have been like, I wouldn't usually find her attractive, so why am I attracted to her? Like, why do I keep looking at her? But I get more of that now, like a curiosity stare. Like, you know? Some biker striked. Okay. Yes, something like that happened to me one time. Oh my goodness. You see, if you would not have written that, I wouldn't have remembered this. This also happened a long time ago. So I was trying to put my buggy back. Okay, a lot of my stories are gonna be from the grocery store. Sorry, I have no life. Okay. I was just walking to put my buggy back, and this guy came at me. He wasn't even in a parking spot. I don't know why he was parking there, but he came in so hot, and he was coming from this way. So I went, oh my God, right? Like, cause I don't know, I thought he was gonna hit me. And then this is a grown man, okay? Through the windshield. I don't even want to make the face he made. It was so ridiculous. He's like, ugh. That's what he did. He went, ugh. And I was like, then I went, whoa, what's going on here? Then he jumped out of his car and he goes, relax, Karen. And I was like, what do you mean, Karen? And then he goes, phew. And I was like, okay, I know what a Karen is, but like, I was scared. Like you were gonna hit me. How is that behaving like a Karen? So I remember getting in the car and calling my partner right away. And I was like, I don't know what the hell just happened, but I need to come home right now. Like, I did not want to like stay outside. But yeah, yes, that has happened, but that was a long time ago. Like, I would say 4 years ago. I don't get that anymore. Now I'm gonna get that, because I'm saying I don't get that. Anyways, they say I do that. Thank you. Yeah, I just like, I don't know what's going on. Do you guys think it's the frequencies also too, from like, there's some talk of this too. I don't know anything about it. Don't ask me. But do you think that there's a possibility it could be from the sun? Like it's affecting people, or the, what do you call it? Schumann resonance or whatever. Like with some people, it could affect people a little bit more positively, where others it could highlight something inside them that's dark. I don't know. But there's gonna be weird people, you know. I don't think you're ever gonna get away from that, you know. What I'm trying to say is that I don't think a lot of things that you think are worth your time are worth your time. They're just not. They're just not. Now, if something is, you know, you need to speak up about something's very serious. You know, you need to report something, that's different, you know, but like something like that, like the woman with the donut, like, I was also wondering too, like how she was allowed, like her manager must not be doing a good job, because I was kind of shocked that she thought she could talk to a customer like that too. Like she must have been feeling very free with herself. But that's the other thing too. Do you find there's no customer service anymore? I don't know if it was the honoring of customer service that stopped. Like people just went too far with that, and now we've got the other side, more just like a free for all. Like when they're talking to, maybe, I don't know. But customer service is also non-existent. And these, you know, when you have to call somebody to, like a company, who the hell thought it was a good idea to get rid of those CSRs? I get it that AI is coming, but some jobs need, like, I would consider a place where you have to call about, like, I don't know, your Wi-Fi connection or like an appliance or something. I don't know, that you need like a human. You leave them there. Oh my goodness. Why is it so hard to get a human on the phone now? I can't even get a human on the phone to, like, if I have questions about my taxes. Where did they all go? Where's the money going is what I want to know. Where's the money going? I don't understand. Like my town, they want to put on a Santa parade, yet our roads are all broken. Like priorities, people. Like I don't get it. Like, and it's like, you wonder too, like, are you the only one questioning these things? Like, where's the money going? And again, I'm going to go back to what I said with these American schools. I don't know where you, like, I guess somebody's doing their job over there. I don't know. Because our schools don't have that kind of funding. Like just even the properties of your school, like you would be shocked. You would be shocked at what goes on over here. Yeah. But I'm probably going to go soon. If anybody has anything they want to ask me, now would be the time. I can't believe I've been like live for an hour and a half. That's the longest, actually. That's the longest. And again, thank you to everybody who's liking the video. I really appreciate it. People nowadays have such a need to dominate. Being humble is rare. I guess it is. I guess it is. You know, I don't like, one thing I like, I don't know why I want to talk about this, but like, even if I was a billionaire, I could never have a maid. I could never have a maid. I don't know. I find that weird. People cleaning up after me. It's weird. Again, I'm just speaking for myself. If you guys, are down for that, that's totally fine. I remember the day one time I was on like this like local website where you could put ads if you needed somebody. And I remember somebody putting an ad and saying, I need somebody to come clean up all the dog crap in my, like, are you kidding me? Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you legit hire somebody? And I think at the time too, they wanted to pay under minimum wage. And I was like, how does that work? Like, you actually are okay to just watch another human doing that? Like, go out there. I actually wrote her. I wrote the person. I was like, get up off your ass and go clean up your own dog shit. Seriously, this is like, I was like, wow. I don't know. It was not one of my finest moments. Okay, I'll be honest. I guess in that case, I was being a Karen, but I was just so appalled by that. I just like, anyways, what a story to leave you guys on, right? So anyways, I can't believe how fast the time you are iconic. All you can do is laugh. All you can do is laugh. Oh my God. This is why sometimes I get scared to go live, because I'm like, what am I going to say? I need to like be a little bit more red taped, because like, oh goodness. Anyways, I'm going to go. I can't believe how fast the time went. This felt like nothing. And that's the other thing. Time is not feeling real. Time is not feeling real. Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back when, I don't know. Set your notifications to all. That's all I can say. You guys take care. Have like a great weekend. Okay? All right. Take care.